Hello, EdMika here, and I'm here to introduce a new EdMika adapter. You may be familiar already with the FD, the FL 55 1.2 that we've already been selling. It's been very popular for about a year now almost. This is similar. This is the FD 55 1.2, and it's just a little bit more complicated and a little bit bigger, but it's still very easy to do yourself. So I'm going to do one of the conversions right now. This is on a manual focus T90 camera, the original mount. It comes in three versions. There's what they call the Chrome Nose, what they call the SSC, and it's like the Chrome Nose but black. And there's also a spherical. Actually, which one is the spherical? This one is the spherical. This one here is the SSC. Now this initial kit that I'm launching is just for the Chrome Nose and the SSC. The spherical kit still needs about a month of development because we need to hold this rear piece of glass in a holder. As you see, this prototype, I've just got some tape holding it, but it's going to be basically the same kit, but for now we're just launching initially with the ones that will work for the base versions. Now these lenses both perform about the same for my testing. It just depends whether you like the silver or you like the black, and what deal you can find on eBay for. Now let's see, what do we do here? Okay, so the kit comes like this, mailed to anywhere in the world, and let's start a conversion so you can see that it's pretty straightforward. So this is the lens, the original lens, how it comes, and what you get is the brass adapter, no glass, and a couple of screwdrivers, because a lot of these lenses came with both flathead screws and some came with Phillips screws, so we'll be sending a screwdriver for both. Now I did find that these screws were in pretty tight. They used some sort of Loctite or something. So what you'll notice is these little screwdrivers, they have kind of an end that you can put like an adjustable wrench on it, so you could put more torque. The key is to put a lot of downwards force so that when you loosen, it doesn't strip it. So, or if these aren't particularly good. These are. I wanted to keep them small and light and obviously inexpensive. But if you've got a better set at home, go ahead and use those. But this should work. And again, the key is to have good downward force, and it may take a lot of torque. That's why I suggest using a adjustable wrench and then giving it a twist. So what you do is this one here. Let's see. This one here happens to be the flathead screws. So you get this flathead screwdriver, and you remove the 3 screws. So let's find that. And I am now removing. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on, did I? Hold on, the light turned off. Turning it back on. There we go. That should be clear. Sorry. This remove the 3 screws. 2 of them will be in the same orientation. And one you have to turn this a few degrees off to get to the other one. Okay, and then you basically just pull it off. And that's it. Now what you'll notice is that there's a little piece here, and 2 more screws right here. Those need to come off, and you don't lose those screws. You need to reuse them again, because you'll need, what also comes with this kit is this what I call the EdLink. It's a linkage that you need to to have the aperture control. So now this is when you have to use the Phillips screwdriver, and you undo that. And remove this piece, and instead replace it with this EdLink. Now the key is to, there's a little, what I call the goal post here. You need to slide this kind of tower into the middle of those goal posts. Okay, and then what you need to do is find those two holes and put them right close to the center of these two slots. If it's not exactly on the center, don't worry, just get it close. And don't tighten it all the way, just tighten it fairly close. Now the key, so I'll loosen it a little bit, the key is we need it so that when this is fully open, when this shows 1.2, you need to see the aperture actually fully open. So with this loose, you can just adjust it so that you can see just when it fully opens, so you're on the right place where it is. Like basically you can slide it back and forth and adjust it so that you want to get it. There's a little shark fin, and there's a little knob that goes on the shark fin. You want to lock it down with that little circle on the shark fin right at the tip where it starts to go onto the flat. And when you have that in that location, that's the calibration. Then you just tighten these things down, and basically now you should be able to see, hopefully you can see we have aperture control. That link is now linked together, and it works, you know, through the entire focus. Okay, so now we just need to, you're almost done, you just need to put the EF side on, and so what you do is you find the mark showing where the focus adjusts to, and the chip should go the opposite side of the mark, and you line the holes up. And what's nice about this kit is you reuse the original screw, so we're keeping as much of this kit original as possible. The FL kit, I had to send new screws with it because the key was that you had to use a smaller head screw so that it wouldn't interfere with the way it went on. But this one, we can actually get away with using the same screws, which is nice. Now, if for some reason you should strip your screw or something, perhaps maybe before ordering the kit, you may want to take them out and see if you can, because some of them are pretty tight. What you may want to do is send me a note with your purchase that you need some spare screws, and I can send some. I've got screws that'll work for it that I can send if you need them. But you know, it's nice to be able to keep as much of the lens original as possible. So I'm just putting the original screws back in now. And what's nice, now this one here, on a 5D Mark III, which I have here, it almost makes it to infinity without having the rear element hit the mirror. In fact, if you wanted to just barely not reach infinity, you can always put a little bit of tape inside on the surface that it mounts to, and that's the difference between whether it hits or not. On a 5D Mark II, it hits the mirror at around 25 feet or 10 meters. But I find with accurate focusing on these things, the best thing to do is to use live view anyway. So put it on my 5D Mark III, which is a really nice camera, by the way. I'm really loving it. And that's it. And you have now your FD 55 1.2 working on EOS. And then what I would suggest you do is take the original mount, an original part that's left before, just to keep it as, you know, put it into the bags or store it, so that if you wanted to sell the lens again, I think it's worth more when it's all together, where you can actually make it original and then people have a choice of what they want to mount to. Just want to see if there's anything else I want to say about this. Yeah, so the spherical version, it also comes with a lens cap, so you'll be able to, you know, it'll be basically an EF lens when you're done with it. And yeah, so that's about it for right now, and looking forward to making some more adapters for different lenses. Cheers.